Goodyear wraps safety around those you care for most. Goodyear wraps these 3 safety factors around them. 3T cord, Toughsin rubber, wraparound tread, all exclusive to Goodyear. Wrap safety around those you care for most. To get complete confidence, make sure you get Goodyear G8. Invest in Goodyear G8. None safer.
You never know when it's going to rain. You never know when you're going to need rain tires. Really need them. The rain tire, made only by Uniroyal. And if it's sure-footed on a wet road, imagine the control you'll have on a dry road. The rain tire, because you never know when it's going to rain. You never know when it's going to rain. You never know when you're going to need rain tires. Really need them. The rain tire, made only by Uniroyal. And if it's sure-footed on a wet road, imagine the control you'll have on a dry road. On a night like this, what wouldn't you give to have rain tires on your car? The rain tire, made only by Uniroyal. And if it's sure-footed on a wet road, imagine the control you'll have on a dry road.
A Mercedes 220, a Triumph 1300, a Ford Cortina, all have one thing in common. 97-octane petrol is recommended for them, but few stations seem to have it. This one didn't. The Mercedes has done better, found a 99-octane, but he'll have to pay extra. The Ford has found the answer, BP Superblend, the station where every car finds the right octane at the right price. From the people who set the pace, BP.
When your petrol station doesn't have the grade of petrol you want, it's disappointing. BP cares about this problem. BP lets you choose the right grade of petrol for your engine. So your car runs well, and you don't pay for octanes you don't need. Look for this pump. BP Superblend. The right grade of petrol, the right price, from the people who set the pace. BP.
That's my petrol.
That's my petrol.
That's my petrol.
ICI. The petrol with the name you know and trust. Graded to suit your car. Priced to suit your pocket.
That's my petrol, and that's my price.
So now we know. For tuppence more on petrol. Well, what can we do about it? Well, have you ever tried running your car on a 3-star petrol? 60% of modern cars are perfectly happy on 3-star. If you switch to Shell Economy, for instance, you could find yourself paying up to tuppence halfpenny less for your petrol than before the budget. So if your garage hasn't got a 3-star pump, go to one that has. Shell Economy could save you up to 4 halfpenny a gallon. Now think about that.
Not so fast. Benji doesn't like it. All right, Mother. Mind that dog. You're running low on petrol. Yes, there's an ICI petrol station just along here. Oh, if you used ICI petrol all the time, you might save enough to afford a bigger car. And it's good petrol.
That's the first sensible thing you've said all day.
ICI, the big name petrol that suits your car and your pocket.
Actually, I only hear it when I accelerate. Ah, there it is.
What, do you mean that tinkling sound?
No, it's more a sort of,
I think I can hear a... No? Crikey! What was that?
If you care about what your driving does to your engine, get Castrol GTX. It's the engine protector. You are watching what takes place inside a car engine during one revolution. Tread on the accelerator and it's happened 100 times before you reach the floor. Doesn't bear thinking about? Then get Castrol GTX. It's the engine protector. Today, every car has a high-performance engine. In just 4 years, average horsepower of many family cars rocketed 33%, with a dramatic rise in valve and piston speeds. That's why Castrol have specifically formulated an oil to release the full performance of your modern high-performance engine. Castrol GTX. Castrol GTX, the high performer.
Ready to go, go, go. Mexico! Ready to go, go, Mexico! Ready to go, Mexico!
And here he comes into the pit. Another big win for the world champion.
Emerson Fittipaldi, you're the reigning world champion. Would you say that Texaco's Havoline motor oil put you where you are today?
Emerson Fittipaldi diria que o óleo para motor Havoline da Texaco o colocou no topo.
Absolutamente, não diria isso.
No, you wouldn't say that.
Would you say Havoline motor oil put the world at your feet?
Diria que o Havoline colocou o mundo a seus pés.
Não, não diria isso.
No, you wouldn't say that either.
Well, what will you say about Havoline motor oil?
O que diz você sobre o Havoline?
É o melhor óleo, o Havoline Texaco, que você pode comprar.
He says, Texaco's Havoline is the best motor oil money can buy.
Great Scott. Well, that's not bad, is it? Emerson Fittipaldi, thank you very much.
Oh, that's all right. My pleasure.
Trust Texaco Havoline. The world champion does.
A groundhog goes on and on, season after season after season after season. Our Dunlop groundhog tire keeps hogging the ground, hogging the miles for a long, long life. Groundhog, the cross-ply tire from Dunlop.
You're watching a star performer. Now get his kind of self-confidence on G800 safety radios. G800s have block tread, the unique Goodyear feature that gives superb control in tricky conditions. Get the performance of your life on G800s.
Bred by Goodyear, the world's biggest tire makers.
Good evening, motorcars. You should be in perfect condition like me, with perfect tires. Excuse me. With perfect tires, a perfect battery. Excuse me. A perfect battery, a perfect exhaust. Excuse me. A perfect exhaust and lots of lovely accessories.
Kettering Tires, everything for your car. And at cut prices.
Harvesting was a long and back-breaking business in the so-called good old days. And in the not-so-old days either. For some farmers were still bringing in the harvest like this as recently as 20 years ago. Not anymore, though. Today, the modern farmer does 10 times the work in half the time by making full use of the many different types of farming machinery that mechanization has made possible for him. But machinery can't live off the land. And that's where the Shell and BP Farm Service come in. For they supply the fuel that horsepower feeds on. And they'll supply it quickly too, if necessary. So if you ever find yourself in need of tractor fodder, look under Shell Mix and BP for the name of the distributor authorized to sell our fuels and lubricants in your area, and give him a ring. He'll see you get what you want.
Ron, you've been a different man since you had those new French tires.
Kleber, V10 Radial, the French Revolution in tires.
Get the rally gear like me at Kettering Tires.
Come and take a big look at India Autoway, the deep down safety tire. India deep, super gripping, cling rubber. India wiping edges that sweep water aside for grip in the wet. India gripping edges with buffers to hold them open for safer cornering. Deep for surer braking. For deep down safety, get India Autoway.
The perfect robbery, and you forget to put gas in the car.
Don't worry, boss. There's a Phillips 66 station.
Fill her up?
Yeah, fill her up with Phillips 66, the gasoline to wonder where.
Yes, sir.
You'll never catch us now, boss. Phillips 66 gives your car more gallop to the gallon.
Quick, just give us a quarter's worth. Yes, sir.
What's he doing now? He's checking the oil and stuff, boss. It's part of Phillips' famous Western hospitality.
Hey, forget the windshield.
Just clean up around the bullet hole, sir.
Don't bother. Now, if you'll step out, sir, I'll vacuum out your car for you.
Please. No more service.
Yes, sir. That'll be 25 cents out of $1,000.
At Phillips 66, you always get that great Western hospitality.
Yeah, great.
Get where the fun is on G8 tires by Goodyear. Get wraparound tread outside for more control. Safer cornering. Get Goodyear exclusive 3T tire cord inside. Stronger than steel. 3T cord fights a tire's worst enemies: heat, bumps, bruises. Get tough tufts in rubber for thousands of extra miles. Get GA tires. Get where the fun is.